All right, guys. So let's get started with this project. So I will just get started and then I'll just go ahead and then create a new project as we basically do. So I'll just click on this create a new project. Then I'll just go in for Windows Form application.net. Of course, I'll be using the VB.net. So just click on next. And let's give our application a name. So in this case, I am going to call this free antivirus. So this is going to be free antivirus. You can give your own any name you want to give to it, and that is actually going to be fine. It's going to be fine. So just click on create, and technically this is going to create a whole new project right there for you. There are some things I'll be giving to you in the description so that you can download them and then get access to that, right? So yeah, since I have this right here, this is actually going to be my main form, and this is what we're going to use. So first of all, just tell you to go in for JC color picker if you don't have one. This is one cool software I normally use. So the colors I used here are these colors. So I'm just going to delete everything here so that I can get the colors up and running. So let me show you how I managed to get a color. So I have this full complete project here. So what I usually do is I'll just come here. Just want to show you the colors. So if you don't even have the software, you actually don't have to worry about that. So I'll just pick the first color, and that is 46, 54, 77. Then I pick the second color, that is the 90. Then I pick this color. Yep. Then I come to this red color. There you go. Understand? So these colors are the three major colors I am using. When I go to the settings section, I don't think I have any extra colors there. Let me go to the settings and let's see. Where is it? Yeah, there you go. So I don't think and then I think this blue, this is actually an accent blue, so it's not going to be any extra color or whatsoever, so that should be fine. All right, guys, so let's get started with the whole thing. I just want to show you how this whole thing actually works. So since I have these colors, I'm good to go. Technically, I will be doing the same thing as I have here, so you shouldn't worry about anything. So let's get started, and then let's try to work along with the main form, right? So I'll first click on this right here, and with this I'll just set the form border style to none, just as I did the first one. So with the size of this, I'm actually going to use the same size I did for this particular project. So the width is going to be 935. The width is going to be 935. Okay, so just go to the size of this. So let's just come to the size. So it's going to be 935, and it's going to be by, this is the height, so the height is also going to be 606, just like this. And I will first love to add some panel at the top, so I'm just going to add a panel just right here, and I will dock this panel to the top. Of course, this is going to be where my buttons are actually going to be. So with this guy, I'll just set the back color to the base color I have. Technically, I have the colors here. So that is this color, that deep color. So click on that, come here, then you just paste it right here. So we have the color right up here. That's really good, and it's actually going to be the same color. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it one more time, but this time I'll just dock it from the top to the left, just like that. And I'll just set the size to this side. Awesome. So since I have this, I'm actually good to go. And anything you see out there is actually a normal, or let's say a default control from here. I never used any third-party plugin for anything. So with this main form, I like to use this color for the main form background. So just go to the main form background, then just paste it. There you go. So you can see we are actually trying to get the feel of the thing. So first of all, we have to add the text and then the close and then the minimize button. Well, it's quite simple. Let's add a normal button, just one button right up here. And with this button, I would like to use only one text right here. So with the text of this button, instead of button one, I'll just use capital X like this. Then I just bring it up here. And I would like to set the border style of this. I mean the flat style from standard to pop. And this is how it actually looks like. So I'll just set the font color, the text of it, the text color, just set it up to white. Boom, there you go. And also I can set the font weight to be bold. So I'll just set the font weight bold, or the font size bold to true. Then I'm good to go. So just copy this and paste it one more time. Just add it here. And in this case, I'm just going to use underscore. You see, everything is natural. So I'm just going to use underscore for this project. I mean, 2 underscores. That's really good. So I have this right here. It's really fine. So let's add our label. One label up here. So the font color of the label is going to be white. Okay, so with a white color, let's set the font size to 12. And with the text of this, oh, come on. All right, let's set the label text from label 1. Let's add and call this free antivirus. Right. So this is really good. I just add this right here, just something like this. And also I have to add the logo. Technically, the logo is just some 2 panels I added. So let's just add 1 panel here. And basically this panel is going to be this color, this purple color. So I just paste it. There you go. Then I choose a size like this. So I'm just going to do it this way, just like this. Just copy and paste it one more time. So I'll just copy this, then I paste it one more time. So I have 2 of these. Then I set this color to white. Well, this is actually not anything fancy, but I'll just position it here. Then I just use the mouse arrow key to position how I want it to be like. So this is what I've done so far as my logo. So I'll just drag the whole 2 and then place them here. Use the mouse cursor to just adjust them. Good, you are good to go, just as I did the previous one. So you can actually go ahead and then start adding the buttons. So I'm just going to copy one of these buttons. Just copy, come here, and let's paste this button right here. So I'll just increase the size of the button like this, and I'll just position it up way here. Great. So this is actually going to be the main button which I will be clicking, so that it will be navigating to the other screens, or let's say the other buttons. Right, so I have given you a directory to the resources so you can actually get access to them. So the text of it is going to be home, just as you see here. And I would like to set the font bold to false, just like this. And I will set the text alignment to bottom center, just like this. And also like to add image to this. So I have given you access to these resources. So technically you will get access to these resources. So I have the resources somewhere here. I think I have the resources here. Yeah, I have all the resources here, so you can actually get access to them. So the first one I'm going to use is actually this guy. So I'll just click on open, click on OK. And there you go. You see, there you go. I have it. So I'll just pull it up a little, maybe something like this. And with the image as well, I'll just align the image to the top so that I can just readjust this a little. Great. So I can just copy this and then paste it again like that. So I'll just align them like this. So I have to paste it 5 times. So I'll just copy the 2 and I paste it, since I want to be very fast in these kind of things. So there you go. Then I just paste another one, but this time it's going to be only one. So I just do it this way. Great. Okay, so since I have this, I guess I'm good to go. So with the home, with the home button, I'll set the back color. The back color of it to this color. Yes. So let's go here and paste it. There you go. So we have this just as we wanted it to be. So let's actually go ahead and then add the icons and then the text. So with the icon, I'm going to change this and I'm going to use the padlock. So there you go. I have the padlock. So click on this. It's going to change. And the text is not going to be home, but it's rather going to be protection. Just like that. And this is not going to be this icon, but it's rather going to be this fingerprint guy. There you go. Awesome. Well, if I really want to choose a different one, I can actually go ahead and then choose this one, which will make it a little bit bigger. Nice. And I'll change it from home to privacy. All right. And this is going to be a different thing. So this is going to be from I'm going to use something like a speedometer thing. I have it somewhere here, this guy. And boom, there you go. So this also will be given a name called the manager section. That is where we will be managing our softwares and all those kind of things. So the last one is actually going to be the scanning results. So I'm going to choose this guy. There you go. So I'll just choose results, right? And that shouldn't be all. I would like to add one more button. So I'll just copy this guy again, come here, paste it one more time, bring this guy to the bottom, just extend it, make it somehow good, and let's change the text to settings, just like this. And I'll click on this to select the back color of this. Click on this guy, go to the back color, just paste it right in there. There you go. So there you go, you have it. So if you actually want to change the font size to maybe a different font size, like maybe 6, that would be good. But I would like to use the 8, and then I will set the font bold to false, just like this. Awesome. Okay, so let's add one more thing. So this is actually going to be a picture box. So I'll just add one picture box here. I'll just choose an image, and this image is going to be the notification guy, like this. And there you go. So I'll just choose the size mode to be zoom, and I will just squeeze it little down like this, and I'll just put it here. Awesome. So what I'll do is I'll just copy one of these guys, just this text, copy paste, have 2 of them. So I will just reduce the font size of this to maybe 8. Let's make it like 10. That's good. And the text of this, let's make it 0, like that. So I'll just bring this guy way up here, and there we go. We are good to go, right? We're good to go. So with the main form, I would like to set the Windows location to be center screen, and I'm good to go. So let's just test it out for the first time. Right, so this is what we have, and you can see it's really good. It's quite showing much more interesting in what we are actually doing, and I really love this kind of thing. So first of all, let's try and work out with the arrangement of the project. I mean the project organization, or let's say the project structure. That is a very good thing to practice along. So I'm just going to create a new directory. Oh yeah, a new directory, and I'm going to call this directory controls, and I'll create another directory, and this directory is actually going to be called custom controls. Okay, I'll just create another one, then I'll just call this functions, and of course I'll create another one called forms. Right, so I just want to organize, so I just drag and drop this form in here, just click on OK. So I have the form in here, well organized under this. That's really good. So the functions are going to contain every single function we have in our system, and yes, of course, we will be working out with the functions as well. So I'm going to create a new function, a new class here, and I'm just going to call this all functions, and this is going to be just a VB script like this. I really love that, so let's just keep this like that. I think this is quite good. So the next thing we're going to do is actually tackle one control, which is going to be the home control. The home control is very important. We will be dealing with the home control for today, and we will try and work out on another video on how to do all these kind of things, or maybe we can add that as well. So let's create a new home screen. So I'll just go to the custom controls, then I add a new user control. So this is going to be called CTL home, and this is it. So with the home, I'm just going to choose a size for this, right? So the size of this here is actually going to be 848 comma, then we say 566. So that is the actual size I gave. So let's go back here and select this main color. We have it here. Come to the home, and let's just paste it right in here. Awesome. So now let's get started, doing some cool stuff. So I'll just copy this free antivirus, paste it right here, bring it here, and with the font size, I'll just set it up to 15, or let's say 18. That's really cool. And the text of this, I'll just change this text to antivirus, just like this. I'd like to set this to 25. Great. Like this. I'll just place this here, and I'll just go back to the here, copy this guy, I mean this notification guy. Let's bring it right up here, and let's just squeeze it a little bit like that. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to choose a different image from here. So technically this is going to be a notification icon, so I'm just going to use this guy. Perfect, just as I did the previous one. So if you want to change the size of this, you can actually set it up to maybe 2020 according to the size, or you can just make it like 1818. That's really good, right? It's really good practice. So just keep it like this. Yeah, let's just save it like that. So we need a panel. We need one panel here, and I would like to set the panel size, I mean the width and then the height of the panel to I will first set the width of the panel to 242. So let's go down here So the width of this is going to be 242. So 242. And then I will set the height to 188. So this is the size we're going to use for this whole thing right there. And I'm going to use the secondary color like this guy. So here too, I have to choose a color for this. So I just picked a new color like this. Just copy that color and just paste the color right there. You can actually take your time and then go through all these kind of things. So just go back to the form 1, copy this guy again, just paste it here, make it a little bit big, bring it here. So technically this is going to be the search. Well, I already have the search, so I'll just pick it up from here, and there you go. All right. So the next thing I have to do is just to add a text. So I'm just going to copy this free antivirus, paste it right here, and I'm going to change this text to run smart scan. Perfect. So I have this run smart scan. Right, then I will just copy and paste again. So I just have some dummy test I would like to use since I don't want to type everything all again. So I'll just come to the text of it and I'll just paste whatever I have. So this is it. And what I'll do is I'll just set the font size to 9. I mean the font size here, I'll just set it to 9. Great. And I will set the auto size to false so that I can manually adjust the size of this like that. And also we have something called a text align. So with a text align, we have something called a text align. I'm just going to set the text align to center. There you go. Perfect. Right, so I'll just add one more thing. So I'll just copy this settings button, come to the home, paste it right here like this, and I'm just going to change this from settings to scan now, just like that. Well, technically I'm just going to duplicate this, so I'll just copy the whole panel and paste it again, put it here, and I'll just paste it again one more time, put it here. So I'll just have to position this like that. Just select all of them and then just position it very well. And also, let's not forget to align this as well. Right, so this is really good. Now let's add the next thing. The next thing I'm going to add is just a normal panel right here. Awesome. And this panel, I'll just extend it to be this size, and it's going to be this color. So I'm just going to copy the purple color and then I'll just paste it right here, just like this. And also I would just love to copy this button, I mean the same button, copy that and paste it here, just like this. Great. So what I'm going to do is, instead of setting it to the pop, I'll just set it to the flat, so I get the white design just right there. So with the color, with the main color, I'm going to copy this base color and I will just clear this purple, then I add it just like this. So I'll just copy and paste one more time, put it here just like that. So I'm just going to change the text on this to scan history, and this is going to be virus chest. Okay, so now let's see how we can work along with this. So I'll just copy this run smart scan, paste it right here, and I'm very lazy to type everything all again, so you can actually do your own typing stuff and it's going to be fine. So you go to the text, run scan, just paste whatever you want to paste, and I have mine to be this. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the font size, I mean from I'll just make it 15. Yeah, just position it somewhere here. And also I'll set the bold to true so that I can get it very well. Just like this. And also I'll copy one of these guys and I'll just paste it right here. Okay, right, that's really good. So I'm too lazy to type everything, just as I always say. So you can actually take your time and then type everything, but due to time factor, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to paste whatever I have, and yeah, that will be just as I wanted it to be. So if I want to squeeze it down, I can just squeeze it down and I have just as I want it to be. There you go. That's great. So I'll just add one panel, another panel right down here. And this panel is going to be set to white. And what I'm going to do is I'll just extend this to the tail of this. And with the height of this, I'll just set the height to 2%. I mean, sorry, 2 pixels. Just like this. Or I can just make it like 5 pixels. Or let's say 3 pixels should be good. That's really good. So like this, I think this is good. Or you can just push it a little bit down. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy one of these and paste it right here. Just put it here. Right, guys? So what I'm going to do here is set the back color to red. And instead of saying scan now, I'm just going to say fix all. Just like this. And I would like to set the bold to true. Excellent. Right. So I'll just copy one of these guys, or let's say one of these text, or any of these kind of stuff. I'll just copy this and paste it right here. And what I'm going to say is, first of all, let me set it up to 10. And I'm going to change the text from Written Smart Scan to recommended action. Just like this. I'll do that. Yeah, so this is how I did the first one. So it's really good. You know, it's really interesting. So what I'm going to do is copy this, paste it one more time, and I'll just put it here. And now the text of this is not going to be recommended action, but going to be records found. So I'll just make it like records found. And of course, I'll copy and paste the same thing again. And this time, I'm just going to set the fore color to an orange color. So I'm just going to set the fore color to orange. There you go. Then I set the text to 0. Just like this. Right, guys? And I'll just copy and paste it one more time. The record, just come here. And this is going to display the last day I scanned, or the last directory I scanned. So last scan. Right? Just like this. And yes, of course, I'm going to copy and paste one more time. Put this here. And since I don't have anything to show, I'll just use a dash sign like this. And I will set the font weight to bold. Great. This is really interesting. Now I'd like to add one more text. So let's just copy this guy. So let's just copy this and paste him one more time. There you go. Let's put it at the bottom here. Just expand this like anyhow you want it to be. And in this case, I have a text I'm just going to paste it because I don't want to type the whole thing all again. So you can just type whatever you want to type there, and that should be fine. So since I'm done with this whole thing, I guess I have to do one more thing. I have to change these icons from this to a computer scan. I mean, just like this. That's really good. And I'll just come here, just work with the search guy. So where is the search guy actually? So this is it. I'll just use this guy. Great. Let's save this, and I think all is actually done now. So let's go to build, and let's say build solution. So we are building this solution so that it can actually become a control for us to actually use. So when I go back to my form 1, you can see I have a CTL home here. So I can drag and drop this home here to this screen like that, and boom, there you go, I have it. So it's really simple and good. So I can just start the project, and there you go, I have it. But these color navigations are not actually working, right? These color navigations are not actually working. So thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate your time and effort. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do well to show some love. Support this channel by subscribing to this channel. Click on the notification bell icon to get notified anytime we upload any exciting video. And before we go, the full source code to this project has been given to you in the link in the description below, so you can actually get it, the full source code to this project, if you feel too lazy to code along. Until then, have a nice day, and I still remain iSoft Original.